way it works. It should be recording. So yeah, my idea of this stream is to go through, I guess, the basic of Firebird and concept of it and how it works. I guess most of you are quite familiar with this, but yeah, I'll just go through it over again. And yeah, we'll go from there. So Firebird, well, I think it's a concept from, I think originally took it from Robinhood, because at the Robinhood, it was a trade and then another trade going hedge. So you go first trade into the short or long, then you hedge the other trade, meaning when the trade stops out, it enters the next trade with a bigger size to cover the losses of the first trade. So ideally, if it goes all the way to the bottom, you take the TP on the hedge, and then vice versa, long and short. So Firebird, let me restart, delete all the drawing. Firebird, it uses time and volume. So, we usually enter on a candle open at a specific time. I have it in New York time. I live in the EU, so this is gonna be quite hard for me. When does the market open? 9:30, isn't it? Somewhere here. Okay, here we go. 9:30. Market opens. We enter these two trades. We have it set up as one long trade and a hedge trade going short. So like today, it was a quick win for the hedge. Go straight through to the TP. Now, in the Firebird channel, we have tons of settings that even I get confused. We each do our own thing, sort of thing. And so it's quite hard to follow around what settings there are, but they're all pinned in the channel, so feel free to check that out. I can use a basic one, which goes, oh, let me show you this. So here's a Excel to calculate the wins and losses. So here's a setting, basic one. I think this is from Echo. Sure. But I think this is a setting. You go 15 long and 15 long TP and 15 short for the stop losses. First trade win is 300. You go 2 contract going hedge, also 15 and 15. You get 300. But if you lose the double, it's minus 900. So it's 3-to-1 RR. You lose 900 to gain 300. But with the right win rate, of course, you can make that back. So from here, for example, so the candle opens at 9:30. You would have it entered here, 15, 15. Your first trade would be a loss, but this is where your second trade comes in on the hedge, call it 15, 15 with 2 contracts. So that would make you 300, and yeah, that's the basic strategy. So there are many settings and many times. If someone can post on chat or I can find it, the times that Phoenix is used, yes, I think like 19 different times during the day where you can just enter and hit the trade, right? With this, we actually use a bot, trade assistance from NinjaTrader, and I'll show you how to set that up also. I guess I can do that right now. I don't really use NinjaTrader. I just learned that last week, so it's not too difficult. Yeah, thank you, Silk. So yeah, those are all the times that you could enter this Firebird trade. Any time of those, and with the different settings. Phoenix is using, I'll go through his settings later, but anyways, I'll show you guys how to set up NinjaTrader quickly. First, you connect to your account. Then, all right, You have to download the trade assistance. It's in the pinned also. If you scroll down in the pins, there should be one of the marks. Marks is pinned where he says like the latest version or something. You download that zip file. The latest version is the 106 something kilobyte. Anyways, you download that trade assistance and you save it. And then here, you come on your NinjaTrader, you go on Tools, Import, NinjaScript add-on, and then here, it should show up. You just press open. And that's how you install the bot. Second, you have to set up the bot on the specific time you want it to trade. So for example, the 9:30, because obviously with that volatility, it's quite hard to do it manually. So we use this to help us. So you go to new chart. This how I do it. I don't know. Maybe there's other way, of course, but this is how I do it, and it works for me. So I go NQ, whatever you trade. Just press OK. And here's the chart. What I do on this chart, I right click, go on strategies. Then here on the trade assistant, it should show up here if you install it correctly. Double click on it. And here are the settings. For settings, let's say we go with echoes settings. I think it's, so it will be in ticks. So these are all in ticks, by the way. Don't put it in points. These are in ticks. So it's 60, 60, 60, 60. Contract. So yeah. So this is the first trade. So it's 60 take profits, 60 stop loss. And what I do at the break even is I put it at the same as the take profit because I don't want it to break even. So I do that. 1 contract, 2 contracts for this, for the hedge. 2 contracts. Take profit in ticks, also 60, 60. And number of ticks in break even, I put it the same as the take profit. So that's 60. Third trade, this is another strategy. It's double hedge. It increases the losses, but it can also increase the win rate. So whatever your take is, you do you. There's, I think Phoenix is doing double hedge now. I think some people are moving to double hedge. I have yet to test that out, so I'll check that out later. We can go through that later, yeah. But anyways, if you don't want to do the double hedge, it's actually disabled by default, so you can just leave it as it is. So here the parameter at which time zone. This time zone corresponds to the same time as your computer or the one that you set on your NinjaTrader. So be careful with that. So let's say 9:30 New York is 14:30 my time actually. And all of our settings and trades are on 0 seconds. I don't know why it's defaulted to 35, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, everyone here in the channel with their setting is trading on the seconds as 0. And then you leave this as it is because you have the chart open on whatever chart you want it to trade on. It should correspond. And then the account, use the account you want to trade on. And you can change the name here if you want. So let's say this is a 230 Firebird. You press OK, and you go back to this panel, and on the strategies, it should appear here on this panel, your strategy. Now, all you gotta do is enable it. When you enable it, it should show on the chart here, and you can double check if it's everything you wanted. If you want the third option, you press this to enable it. Second option, this, and your break even is this or whatever, but yeah, I don't use that. Yes, disable BE. You can disable that, or how I set it up in my strategy is that I have BE on the take profit, so I don't really need to disable it. So that's a little trick that you don't have to manually go to there and disable the trade here. That's if you're, for example, trading like 19 times like Phoenix here. So you probably want to do that and not press 19 times the break even button here. Right. Also another trick is I would enable chart trader here to have this panel, because the bot can sometimes fail. I have luckily not witnessed that. So yeah, if it does fail, you can have this close button here on hold and just close your position, right? Make sure you're on the right account though, and it should show your trade, and you can close it if the bot doesn't show TP or stop losses and stuff. I think it happened today with Mark at the open, so yeah, just have this option on and yeah, be ready to close it maybe. But for me, I haven't had any problem with that, and bot opened and closed my trades perfectly fine. But that's because I also trade in the London hour. So yeah, that's the setup of NinjaTrader. I don't know if there's anything more I need to add, or if you guys have any questions on setup here. You can add multiple chart and go mini and Q here if you want. Sorry, micro, and open that and right click strategies for micro. Oh yeah, also one more thing, template. You can save your template here so that you can load it up easily next time. So here are my templates of the times, so it's quite easier for me to just press on this load, have it all loaded out, press OK, let it go. Right. So yeah, that's the setup of this trader. Yeah, okay. So I can go through my settings now if you guys don't have any questions on the NinjaTraders. I think everyone now. Right, okay, let's go to my settings and my time that I trade. My setting is at 20 points TP, 8 points stop loss, 8 points stop loss on the hedge, and 7 points here for contract. So what this means is my first trade and my hedge win is half of the losses. So it's 1 hour win and 2 hour losses. So I get my losses back into 2 wins. That is my settings. And the trading hours I do is London time. I know that's not for most of you, but it's good for me. I've had good results in the back test. I can show you some back test result later from Correct that he's done recently. So how that looks, it's at oh shoot, it's 1 a.m. So my time is 1 a.m. EST trade and the 4 a.m. EST. I know that's very early for some of you guys. I mean, even for the Europe guys, it's very early. But I've got good result. I just put the bot on and let it do its own thing. But I know most of you guys don't trust the bot because it has some bugs. But the devs are working on it. And yeah. So 1 a.m. EST, how it looks like. So today, oh that's I think this is yesterday, right? 1 a.m. here. The bot enters at 1 a.m. exactly. So that's my long. And then I got stopped out here, but this is where my hedge comes in. 8 points stop loss. And 7 points take profit. Made it here. This trade took... Really? Okay, it took 2 hours. Yeah, it took 2 hours. But I was asleep for pretty much all of it. I just let the bot do its thing, and yeah, that's the win. And then I can do, what was the other time? 4 a.m. EST. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. is here. 4 a.m. 20 to 8. Got stopped out here for the first trade, but then again the second trade comes in. 8 to 7. Yeah, one candle, swoosh, goes through everything. Usually the 4 a.m. one goes to profit quite fast. And so yeah, this is my settings and my strategy that I have tested it. So far this week it's been Monday winners 2 for 2. Tuesday was also 2 for 2. Wednesday was also 2 for 2, and today was also 2 for 2. Yeah, and I think for this month, till February, it was, I think it had 2 losses. So yeah, been pretty well. Yes, guys, and it is recorded. I hope it is. I'm recording it. Should be good. But I can do some little bit more backtesting here. You're welcome. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. here. I know it looks quite big, the stop loss, quite high, but it works out a lot of the times. So that's why I'm sticking to it. It's given me good results. I know some of the guys here actually trades in the New York Times, so if you guys fancy those settings, you can go to the pinned, and yeah, those guys have the New York Times, but I'm just showing you an example of one of many settings in there. Here's another win at the 1 a.m. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. quick win on the long. So that's, yeah. So how I risk management this is quite aggressively on my PA, to be honest. I could lose it pretty much any day, so I wouldn't recommend you guys probably either. But I do have one that is trading mini. So I am risking $800 on the 50K account. Usually what I do is if I win on the 1 a.m., I will go for the second trade. And if I lose there, that's a -1R overall. Lose here, because this is +1R. Ow. +1R. And then this is -2R. Yeah, you get that. So yeah, that's okay, that's -2R. So then I would end up with -1R for the day. But if I win this, I will get 1R, and then I would finish the day with 2R, which is 800. Yeah, we'll see you around, Kaizen. And yeah, so that's 2R, and I would be done for the day. If my trade at the 1 a.m. EST is a loss, I would be done for the day. So that's -2R. So pretty much my loser days are -2Rs, -2R, and my winner days are +2R. So that's how I manage it, so that I can try to balance out and survive in the market. So if I took all the trades this week alone, I can go back more. Let's go back Tuesday. Where is it? 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. 1 a.m. here. Oh wow. Yeah, so it's all the way here. TP1 finish. That means I go to the next one, which is at 4 a.m. Around here. Another win. Which has had better results, the 1 a.m. or the 4 a.m.? I think personally, for all my, you don't trade. Yeah, sorry, I'll get back to that. Personally, I think 1 a.m. gave better result, but it's really plus or minus the same. I think it's like between 2 losses or something from the back test. So yeah, 1 a.m. is quite chill. I don't really trade New York session because I feel like it's quite too volatile for me. I think with the right settings, I think you can get quite good results from it. But right now, I quite like these trades because I just get it done with before the New York session and day. Yeah. So that's the 2 wins. Let's go on Monday. Monday, 1 o'clock. So what I find out about like London is usually it's like quite choppy, but towards one side. So it's quite good. What I tested here, they get chopped out and lose on the first trade. Hedge comes in, 7 points here. Bada bing, bada boom. One was quick. So that if you win on the 1 a.m., you move on to the 4 a.m. And like I set up the bot before this, so it does this for me, and then I wake up sometime between here to check if I won the first trade and set up the second trade here at 4 a.m. 20 TP. And here, this one was quite a pain. Sitting close to the TP here and drops all the way back to your entry. So it might, like, you guys should not touch it at all. Just let it do its thing. Just take the L if it's an L. But really, like, just let it do its thing and go for it. How much are the commissions on 5 total contracts? For mini, for mini, I think it's 3.1 for one contract for buying and selling. So yeah, 5 times this. The commission is 15.5 for minis. For micros, I think it's 1.1. So yeah, that's the 5.5 piece. But what I find that like on micros, it eats quite up your profit, the five contracts on the fees. So it's something. That's why I like the mini more, but mini, you are definitely risking more than you should on 2,500 drawdown, right? So around like 2-3 trade, you're out. 2-3 losses. So it can be quite tricky, but I'm trying to capitalize on it because right now on this week, I only caught 2 of the days, so I'm up 1,600. But if you caught the other 2 days, you would be having another 1,600. So that's 3,200 for this week, right? And yeah. And from what I've tested, when the clocks change in the EU, will your times change? Yes. I mean, yes, like for EU, it will change for us, but it would move up 1 hour for us. So I don't know where you are at in the EU, but yeah, whatever it is, you move 1 hour. But if you Germany, okay, so you're same time zone as me. So 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. is gonna change to 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. Yeah, our time. But if you're always in doubt, just put your trading view in New York time, and it will always be 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. for them, whatever it is. So you can double check it I don't know, the day before or the hour before what time zone the trade is at. So yeah, good little trick. Yep. So that is that. So yeah, just trying to capitalize on the wins quickly. I also have one account trading micro, so that's growing steadily. And then I also have this one degen account. So have you traded this on PA account? Yes, I've traded both on the PA account, the mini and the micro. But I only passed the eval last week using this strategy also. And yeah, exactly. Like half a mini would be perfect, or even like imagine you divide this by 4. That would be perfect using minis. But switching to micros, you would have to be like trading, I don't know, 15 contracts or 20 contracts micros, and with all these it's something, it adds up, right? Ugh. Oh, never mind. But yeah, it just adds up. all these 20 contracts, but it would have been great if I could just cut this in minis. But I don't know, maybe someone can do the math and work out on the micros if it's actually worth it. But I think the fees cut way too much in profit, but I don't know that many micros. So yeah, so that's one of the strategy. You could get this Excel sheet from our channel, the Firebird, and you can really mess around with these numbers and see what fits you and backtest it for yourself on a certain time, right? I use the VPS. I do not use VPS. I don't use anything. I just use my computer. It's make sure to not have it on sleep mode and keep it on, and I turn off the monitor, let it do its thing. Amazing to farm some evals. Yeah, I mean you can do it eval this way or eval the open fire way, like Mark does. Going long on one account and short on the other account. Would you increase your PT profit tick? Oh yes. Yeah, so that's something you could do. But I've not tested out like the win rate on that because it can have some effect. I don't know if you win or lose. So yeah, micros should be fine as long as you're not scalping high frequency. I think it still eats up quite a bit because this is like 10 contract minis and 40 10 contracts micros and 40 contract micros, right? And if you cut it in half, so you have that, so that would be like you're risking 400, right? But for trading 25 contracts, each one is 1.1, I think, fees. So that's about 27.5, and then you gain 200. So that's like, if you, that's like 13% of your profit is taken by the stupid fee right here. It's quite something if I say so myself, but I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Right, it's 13% of your profit is fees. Meanwhile, in micro, so let's say 5 micro times the 3.1 fees. So that's 15.5 in fees, and you're making 400. And so this ratio is a lot, smaller, 0.38%. So like, that's some difference, to be honest, right? But that's why I don't know about micros. I mean, it is what it is. So yeah, like minis, you just take, it's only 3.8% of your profit. And even if you go smaller, it's, yeah, it takes quite a bit. That is that. It's not too much that makes it unprofitable. Yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, maybe I'm being too tough on it. Maybe it works out if you just cut it in half or cut it in 4. What was the worst drawdown? With, I think with the 3 months that I've tested recently, the January to March, I think it's, I'd say like 2. I don't think I have had 2 consecutive losing days, or maybe once. Then that would be like 1600. But then after that, it was just like straight win streaks. So I can show, yeah, okay, I can show a back test from Crack he did today. Some results are good, some results are bad. But let's say these are the 2 months that we've got from September and October last year. He's kindly enough backtested it for me. But to be honest, I don't know how far back do you want the backtest to be for it to be, good. I feel like if you do 2 or 3 months backtest and you just go with those settings, and then you just move on to a new settings if the market changes, right? So I feel like market changes all the time, and I don't think one setting will fit it all. And yeah, it just depends. So yeah, this is from September last year. Win rate, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 loss. Oh, I can't edit this. 5 loss and anyways, it's positive. I'm too lazy to calculate that. These are positive, and then these are also positive if you're using the 800. But on the October, it wasn't so good. So it was minus 2,400, and then this is minus 2,400 also. But from January and towards March, it was all profitable month. All profitable. And you didn't get worse drawdown than 2,500 for sure. Yes, these are my settings. He's tested it. The 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. Yeah. But like any one of you guys can, yeah, take this Excel sheet from the Firebird channel, and you can mess around with it. Do what you think is good, and backtest it on your own, and who knows, one of you will find some really good settings. For example, I can show you some for like let's say, so this is a 2 to 1R, risking 2 to make 1. Let's say if you want to break even on the hedge, let's say break even, I think it's 2. Yes, 2. So for this to hit, I'd say it has quite a good win rate, because from like 2, you just need to win 2 points on your hedge versus 8 for you to break even on the whole trade. Will it be 2 and 5 a.m. when time changes? No. For EST, it will always be the same. 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. But for us Europeans, it changes. Next week it will be 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. for us. Oh wait. Oh, depends on where you live. You're from the UK, so it will be 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. for you. But whatever you do, you can always check on TradingView, right? And you can just have the New York time here, and it will always be at 4 a.m. and 1 a.m. EST here. And you can calibrate your time if you want, like just checking what time it is right now here. It's 1:40 versus your time now, and you can just plus or minus, and you'll find out when the 1 a.m. trade is for your time. Because EST will always be the same, right? Always be 1 a.m., always be the 4 a.m. So these are the two times I've tested profitable, but if you scroll up a bit, you can see a ton of time that Phoenix has been testing out. So he's been working. I don't know how he's doing now, but he's mostly trading on the New York time. So if you guys are interested in that, you can check the channel and his settings. We can go through his settings actually. I think he's using double hedge right now. And these are his settings. I believe he has 2 contracts on 7.5 and 7.5 stop loss. On the hedge, it's also 7.5 and 7.5. And the second hedge, there's a double hedge, so it's looking something like 7.5, 7.5. Then he has a hedge of 7.5, 7.5. And then if that hedge is it looks kind of crazy, but it's what is it, 5 to 5. So something like this. So if you apply that to, let's say, I think he does, let's say London. Oh, sorry, not London. New York Open. New York Open. Where's New York Open? Yes. Yes, Mark also does that. We can go through his settings also. And maybe I can show you some tech that I found. 7.5. Long trade loss. Goes into the hedge. 7.5. Yeah. Horse trade goes in the hedge mode. And yeah, wins here. So he won $300 on that. The tricky side about these double hedge is that the triple losses, right? The price would have to like go ping pong mode, go up, down, down, up, down, up, for you to lose this this hedge. But with good win rate as he's doing right now, Phoenix, yeah, I think he's managing it. What is this, a 6 to 1 R? Yeah, it's quite something. If you guys want the grind and have the high win rate, it can be quite good for your mental. But if you take that loss, it's quite something. Like Robinhood, the OG Robinhood. I don't know what they're doing in there now, but I think it was used to be 5 to 1 or 4 to 1 RR also. Robinhood. But yeah. So this is one of his settings, and he runs it all over the times. He set it on the bot like I showed you at the start, and it just does its thing. But all these choppy things can be dangerous for the strategy. So I like my London time. It's slow and steady, but you know, it goes out of direction for the most part. Sometimes, of course, you still lose, right? So yeah. So that's that. But coming back to this, actually, like, you guys can play around with the settings, and yes, London is quite clean. But to be honest, like, it's quite hard to watch sometimes. I don't recommend you to watch London, to be honest, because it can take up to like 2 hours a trade. So go do better thing. Go sleep. Or for example, put a alert here. Actually, you can put an alert on your phone, right? For example, So you do this hedge trade, and let's say, oh, okay, let's go here. Let's say you enter the trade here, and the hedge triggers. Yeah, I recommend not to watch the price, but yeah, you can put an alert here on your phone also at the hedge entry. So maybe you can look at that if you're not too comfortable, or you know, put alert on the hedge win or something. Add alert, and it will alert your phone. But yeah, stay away from the screen, I guess. Let the price run, do its thing, right? So yeah, just make sure not to touch it. Don't close the trade too early or something. Just once you enter the trade, just accept the risk, accept the loss, become one with it. I don't know. But yeah, win or lose, just let it be. Yeah, I would probably do 5 micros. Fees on minis are 3% and 13% on micro. I would pay an extra 10%, double mic. Yes, 5 micros. Are you talking about my settings, or which settings are you talking? My settings, right? Macros? Like 114? Oh, any settings? Oh, yes. Yeah, I would pay double. Yeah. Yes. I think that is, yes, that is wise. Of course. Yeah, that's why I do have one account that is on micro and one account on mini. But with the numbers I'm seeing and the minis I'm taking, I can't really let it go, because alone this week it would have gotten me $3,200, but that's just me. And then the other one, yeah. And you know, you just try to get the payout. So, but I do have one. I think yes, yours is more risk management, better for sure. So yeah, with this settings, you can have break even quite easily with the A2, but you would only win on the longs. That's the trade-off. But sometimes maybe that's good. So that's something you guys could play around if you want. Like let's see, London time for. I mean, yeah, this one would have been quick hedge. Yeah, quick hedge break even, let's say. But like, look, you only need 2. You just need 2 ticks to go break even. And yeah, it can increase some win rate. And if you lose, or in order for you to lose, is the price goes down exactly in between these 2 ticks, or just right these tick goes back up, right? So it needs to snipe you quite well. Just some ideas. Yes, you can do an extra tick. Here you go. A tick over you. Still, that's quite 2.25 to 8 is quite nice, right? Yeah, this you can actually apply on double hedge too. I think you can reduce this amount. I was playing around with some settings and I was able to reduce this, but I don't remember what it was, unfortunately. But you can play around with these settings. See what's good. I think on single hedge, you can also do like, yeah, you can bring this down to a lot, something like this, 8 to 5, something like that. Like your first trade winning 400 and your double loss is only 360. let's say, bada bing. And then, yeah, hedge 5 to 5. 5. Also, if you do backtest, make sure you're on 1 minute, because sometimes if you're on 5 minute, it can just you don't know where it stops, and the candle can just be like this, and you don't know what happened there in that 5 minutes. So if you do backtest, try to use the 1 minute time frame. Backtest these settings. Yeah. So that's all the Firebird in a nutshell. I think should be everything. You guys have any questions? I think that was everything, right? New chart. Thank you. Thank you. Bada bing, bada boom. Strategies. Let's do a trade in action. So Phoenix has 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 20, 20, 20, 2, 4, 9. My time is 1928. Let's go for the 31. Okay, let's go for the 31. Seconds 0. Lim. Test trade Phoenix with an E before the O. Special. I think that should be it. 4-9. Good. Supply it. Turn it on. And enable the third option, right? I think that's it. And turn this on. Right. Right. Let's see it in action. How does Mark put a timer here? I was trying to find it. Does anyone know? Like his countdown here?
It's an indicator.
Oh, it's an indicator. Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's called bar timer, I think.
Okay. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, I'm new to this. Oh, double click. There we go. We on. Here's Mark. Okay, so 28 seconds. Live in action. Here we go. It looks a bit choppy, so that's why he's probably not taking this. This is not one of his time, by the way, guys. I'm just doing it for the show.
Your break even is enabled.
How did that happen? Oh yeah. I have a break even on the same take profit. So.
Order submitted.
Right. We in for the long. Yeah. So this isn't one of his time. He's using other times. But we'll see. We'll just see it for educational purposes. I hope it takes faster than my London time of 2 hours. But yeah, so it enters in this. I can see my stop loss and take profit, so we take those. We'll see it on the hedge though. See how it is. It's on my sim. Just making sure that it is on my sim. Unless it wins. Are you with Apex or do you use End? is using simulations at the moment. We're all just testing. But yeah, it would be great if get this win and end the stream with the recording of the win. Go on, go on. Here's my goes. Okay. Be a quick one. Wicking. Okay. But yeah, if anyone has any questions or anything that talked about today or thing you guys missed out, free to ask. Yeah, I didn't really have a set plan of what to talk about, so I just kind of freestyled it. So it might have been all over the place. But yeah, price might be just be consolidating. Yes. See how it goes. In the meantime, maybe let's check out Mark's settings. What does he have? It's going to move shortly. All right, you guys can watch. Part where I stream Roblox. Okay. Mark settings. I think it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. Too many settings. I think this setting. Yeah. So you could. Yeah, I think the 12 profit take is a sweet spot. These 4 is quite tight, but what I like about this is that it has I guess 2 to 1 risk to reward. Also like mine, I guess. Like a 2 to 1. And then the second hedge is like a little winner. Sorry, the first hedge is a little winner, and then the second hedge is like a break even. But I guess if you want to cover the fees there, go one tick up. Yeah. But waiting for the price now. And test Mark's settings on this scalping thing, London. But that's quite fun. Let's go to a random day. 1 a.m. random day. 1 a.m. Where are you? 1 a.m. going long. 12. 4. Oh, did I just get a triple loss on the first go? 4. Then a 4. Oh, we're saved. It hits here. So that's 0. And then what I do. So it hits here. I go to the next 1 minute. Go for the same side. Or here. Here. Hits. So now I go short because it hits on the short. Or here. 12.
Hello.
Questions? It's here. Coolio. Or whatever.
You always speak a lot about babies.
Hello. Mic is unmuted. Questions? I was surprised looking okay, it's going down. I wasn't even watching it. But yeah, and then you can stop like at, I don't know, time stop like at 2 a.m. or something. It's something. Well, 4.
It's full the warning.
Yeah,
Oh, you know.
Mark, I've been testing out stuff. It's when you have a trendy day, you can catch quite some of it. Oh, just next. Yeah, I was going ham on these scalps. With the shorter TPs, like the one with Phoenix 7.5, it works actually quite well because 7.5 stop losses are, I think, yeah, and 8 is the sweet spot. Really, like 7.5 here, 7.5, 5. Stop at this candle. 7.5, 0.5. Oh, I mean, enter the next candle, right? Next minute candle. Something like that, something along those lines. It gets, yeah. It gets fun when you go on the ranges, but from what I see, like from 1 a.m. to 2 p.m. or something like that, it's usually quite trendy to one side, so I think you can get away with this. And like a lot of the time in London, like here you can see like it's slow trend, and maybe you can utilize some of this tech, because yeah, you need, if you're doing Phoenix's settings, it's just like,
Order submitted.
oh, looks like there's a little slippage there. It's double hedge, right? So it's quite hard to lose, but I guess it can lose. Testing stuff out. Yeah, something like that. Reckon breaks this low. So right now it's minus 300 unrealized, which is, oh, I delete. Seven point five. So yeah, you get minus 300, right? And now we're shooting for this second hedge win of the 300. Looks like my hedge is working out. I see the TP. Stop loss. Please do it for the stream. Click the TP. I can sit on a good note. Yeah, it should reach. It should reach, right? I mean, I don't know much about market, but it looks like it's that's why I'm just doing mechanic stuff. And whenever I go to Pax's trading room, I'm like, what is going on there? 5-second chart. Crazy.
Order cancelled.
There we go. 300. Let's go. Boom. The infamous boom. There we go. Made the 300 on the edge.
Comes the money, money, money. Comes the money, money, money.
Love it, love it. Alright. So yeah, that's a great example. I think that can end the stream there. If you guys have any last questions or anything, you can fire along. But yeah. Good. Good. I hope it's recorded. Yeah, thanks guys for tuning in, and hope it helped you guys unlock some new strategies and hope find some settings and backtest it. Yeah. Thank you.